What's going on, everybody? It is Josh with Everett Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac, and today we wanted to show off and kind of do a full depth review of this Cadillac Vistiq. This is a 2026 Cadillac Vistiq on our lot for under $80,000. So this qualifies for the $7,500 tax credit going away, in about 12 days. All right, so we want to take you through this vehicle, show you some of the incredible premium features that you get for under $80,000. Now, what's great about this is that some of these features are found on Denali level trims of our other vehicles. So because this is Cadillac, they've packed it full of features for you, for the Cadillac user, and you're gonna be able to get this vehicle for around $72,000 with the tax credit if you qualify. So the first thing that I actually wanted to point out on this vehicle is the length of the vehicle. This vehicle is around 206 inches long. So it is a third row SUV. We compare that to our Chevy Traverse and GMC Acadia. Those are about 204 inches. And then the Chevy Tahoe and the GMC Yukon, they're about 210 to 211 inches. So this sits right there in the middle of that length. Now width-wise, it's about 86 inches wide. And so when you compare that to those other vehicles, this is actually one of the wider ones of all of them. So you're gonna get a wider wheelbase on the Cadillac Vistiq. So you get that third row, and what I do really appreciate about the Cadillac Vistiq is the headroom. I'm 6'1", and throughout this vehicle, you're gonna get the same headroom from every single seat within about an inch. And so when you compare that to those smaller models of the Traverse and the Acadia, you don't get as much headroom, you don't get the length. But the larger Chevy Tahoe and the Yukon, you're gonna pay a little more for that extra length and that extra headroom. So this really sits nicely at a price point in between those two, as well as when it comes to the features of your space inside and outside of the vehicle. So it's really great for a larger family that's gonna be traveling a lot, that wants to get as many kids in as possible. You do get roof racks on this sport trim of the Cadillac Vistiq, and so you have the opportunity to add some roof racks onto there because those roof rails are already on. You can add some roof racks, you can add a topper onto there. And speaking of trips, you're gonna get 305 miles of EPA estimated range on this vehicle. So, that is a lot of range for those longer trips. You can do DC fast charging. If I remember right, it's up to 80 miles in 10 minutes on a DC fast charger. So you're gonna be able to fast charge really fast when you plan that trip out with your My Cadillac app or Google Maps. So this really is a practical vehicle for an everyday driver, but also for traveling as well. So in talking about space, you can easily press these two buttons to drop your seats down. You have a lot more storage space, as well as if you lift this up, you have a lot of storage space down here under this trunk area. So as we step on the inside, one thing to note about these electric vehicles is that whenever you put your foot on the brake pedal, it's gonna automatically turn on. So there's no push to start or anything like that. I have the keys in my pocket. I just put my foot on the brake pedal and the vehicle automatically turns on. Close the door so that it doesn't make that noise anymore. Heated and ventilated seats for both the passenger and the driver, as well as massaging seats for the passenger and the driver. You do get different modes in this vehicle. You get a tour mode, a sport mode, a snow ice mode. You also get a VMAX mode, so that's velocity max mode. That means you get to access more torque in the battery, as well as more power, so you can do a launch control as well on this. It's not a Vistiq V necessarily, but you do get some type of V mode with the vehicle. That does drain your battery faster in case you use it. So a really nice feature about this vehicle from a phone perspective is that you do get to connect via Google Assistant, but also there's a really nice charging port for both your driver and your passenger. Down here, you get a nice storage area down here as well. So you get Super Cruise on this Cadillac Vistiq. So once again, that is a feature that is really reserved for our Denali trims. On some of our other vehicles, our high country Denali trims, but on the Vistiq you get the Super Cruise included, which is really nice. And for Buick, it's included on the I believe the ST trim, or the Avenir trim, excuse me. And so yeah, you get a lot of really great features on the inside of this vehicle. You can control your climate control, your front row, your second row, and your third row. Once again, your seat settings, whether you want heated or ventilated seats or you want massaging seats, you can position your seats from this screen, which is really nice, but you also get to position your seats from the side over here as well. You do get this 33-inch display screen, so incredible display screen there. Auto park assist, the My Cadillac, if you use your app, you can connect to your vehicle. You can check on your vehicle status. You can also access the owner's manual from the screen as well. So incredible on the inside and the outside. So we showed off this Cadillac Vistiq today. Once again, that $7,500 tax credit is going away at the end of September. On the day of filming this, that's 12 days away. When we publish it, it'll be 11 days away. So September 30th, you want to come down, pick up this vehicle for $7,500 off, possibly, if you qualify. So that is around $73,000. And that is an incredible, incredible opportunity, an incredible deal, because like we stated, a lot of the features that are in this vehicle are found in the higher level trims of our other brands that are gonna cost you $80,000, $90,000, $100,000. This is much lower than that. You get more space, you get more features, you get incredible seating options, storage in the back, roof rails on top. Another thing to note that I just want to point out real fast is that you can tow up to 5,000 pounds with the Cadillac Vistiq. So that's like a small boat, a trailer with a couple of UTVs on it, or a small camper. So this is a vehicle that you can travel with. So come on down, shop our selection anytime online at hickorycadillac.com or everettchevy.com, and we look forward to seeing you soon.